What's up, y'all? I'm listening to Meet Kevin right now. Y'all know they got Meet Kevin? He always talks about stimulus checks on YouTube. What up, Marty? What's going on? What's up, love? What's up, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? Yo, yo, yo. Warm down here. It's definitely not warm up here, y'all. Let me check the temperature. It's freaking 17 up here. That's really cold. You know who I'm saying hello to. Just got off the phone with you. Anyway, temperature is 59 and that stuff. It's somewhat breezy. 13 miles per hour winds. 17 where? That's 17 in Celsius. Like I always use Celsius. I like Celsius. I think it's dope. Oh, it's 32 down there? Oh my gosh. Ooh. See, I can't even tell you what 32 is in Fahrenheit. I can't tell you what it is in Fahrenheit because I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. But what I do know is 32 is hot. That's what I know. But 32 is around 90 degrees. It's like 90, it's 95 or something, 97. 32 degrees in Celsius to Fahrenheit. It did not give me a direct answer. It's like 86 degrees, which is warm. Where is 34B? What's 34? Okay. 34 is about 93 degrees. 79 over here. 79 is warm. Alright, what's good, y'all? I don't know what's going on. What did I do today? Today was a chill day. I didn't really do much. Kind of worked like I do normally. These comments are killing me. It's summer nights. J House is going. It's 72 in Seattle. What's going on up in Seattle? How is the autonomous zone going in Seattle? I booked my first post-pandemic travel. Oh, really? Where is Alex? Alex is alive. I talked to Alex yesterday. He's just not on social media. He's taking a little break. But he'll be back. He says he's working on a video that's taking 2 months. I think what he means by his video is taking 2 months. I think he's trying to film something over 2 months, like showing how something is. My guess is he's filming something in the city and he's talking about how it's changed, how it's changing. That's just my guess. I don't know if that's true, but why else would it take him 2 months to make a video? You know, maybe because he's trying to show time. Seattle, home of red power bikes. Oh, Seattle is home of red power bikes. Yo, guys, so Red Power, they just came out with another bike. It's called a Red Mission. I love all these weird names that they come up with because Like I literally have to think about all these names of bikes that they got, right? But they came out with this new bike called the Rad Mission, and I kind of like this bike. I think I'm definitely gonna order one of these. I'm definitely gonna get one. I don't know if I want to do the pre-order. I don't know if I want to just give them $1,000 now and then I get the bike in like 3 months from now. Like, I don't know if I want to do that. Maybe I'll just wait till like it's available and then I'll buy it. I imagine that this one maybe it won't sell out as fast because it's the cheapest one, and just going through Facebook groups, it looks like a lot of people that ride red power bikes are like old people, are like older people. So I can't see a lot of older people wanting to buy this bike because it's like not as comfortable as like some of the other bikes, you know. Like it's really small tires basically, really small tires, and it has instead of a 750-watt motor, it has a 500-watt motor because it doesn't need a 750 because the tires are so small, and it also has a smaller battery, which has the same range, but once again, when you have a smaller motor, you don't need as big of a battery. So this new bike that they got is like it's $1,000, you know. Akamoto hit 456 today. Yeah. Hostels do still exist. Yeah, they still exist. My homie in Macedonia said that their hostels are getting ready to open back up. How much is the minimum income to qualify for unemployment benefits in California right now? I don't exactly know what the minimum income is. I have no idea, but I think it's like you can't make more than. This could be wrong. I don't know the correct answer to this, but I think you can't make no more than 250 a week or something. I could be wrong. Like I think it's like 250 a week. What's the coolest part about living in SF for you? So the coolest part I think about living in SF is I like the fact that I don't want to just tell all my reasons why I like living in SF, but like one reason I really like about living in SF is I really like how small things are, and how easy it is to get around, and how I don't need a car. I really like the fact that I don't need a car. Like that's got to be that's the biggest reason of living here is I don't need a car. I don't need a car. Like I don't need a car. Like I like that so much that I can just get around without worrying about a car. You know, without worrying about like I got a car parked outside, like somebody's gonna mess with it, or I gotta go change my brakes, or I gotta go do this, or I gotta go. I like the fact that I don't need a car. Um, well, New York, you don't need a car either. Well, that's one reason why. It's one reason why I go to New York so much. When I leave SF and I'm still in the U.S., like chances are I'm going to New York. Like the last time I left San Francisco, I went to New York. You know, I like New York because you don't need a car there either. You know, I like places where you don't need a car. I mean, if you even follow my videos of just me traveling around the world, basically all the countries I go to countries where like you don't need a car. You know. Well, don't get me wrong. Some countries, it is better to experience it with a car. For example, a lot of African countries, if you got a car, man, you're gonna have a better experience because you can drive places, you know. And also, in a lot of African countries, public transportation is not as developed, and also public transportation is not as developed, and it's not as developed, and everybody don't like a lot of like in Africa people don't live in cities as much. People live more like out suburban. Riots, protests every day. There's definitely protest every day. There's a protest in the TL. My car repair bills are real. Just dropped 1,200 on mine. And this is one reason why I found myself I don't want to leave the city because I just think about how I have to get a car and I have to get insurance, and I have to get registration, and I have to get which none of that stuff is that big of a deal. Like it's something nothing that I can't handle. because actually I have car insurance now, and I don't even have a car, and I pay for car insurance. But yeah, it's because I rent cars, and I'm thinking possibly soon I'm gonna rent a car for longer than 2 days. And the car insurance is so cheap. Like if I rent a car like one day out of the month, like it pays for itself. This mechanic tried to get me for 3,000 something called. I don't know, dude. Mechanics, I not like that whole idea of going to a mechanic. Like I don't like it. Can China control the virus for their population of 2 billion, but in the U.S. we control it all? You know, I don't think it's. I don't really know how China can do it. I mean, if you believe them, believe them. You know, but I mean, is the U.S. doing the best? I don't know. Probably not. I really don't know what to tell y'all. Like, I don't really know. Like, I think it's a big political move. Y'all about to get some more stimulus checks. I still haven't got my stimulus check, y'all. Like, I know I'm gonna get the stimulus check very soon. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. China kills their kind for over trade. Yeah, they do, but they also are doing a lot of things with like the Muslims. How they put them in like these camps and like they reprogram them not to be Muslim. You know, y'all already know how I am about Islam. Like, you know, I'm not a big fan of Islam. Like, I think Islam is scary for the most part. Like, it kind of creeps me out. But then at the same time, to take people and put them into camps and you know, it to take them and put them in camps and like reprogram them not to like I don't know. I think it's insane. Mm. To reprogram them, I think it's insane. Is it true that protesters are trying to blow up Mount Rushmore? Mount Rushmore? Are y'all serious? They're trying to blow up Mount Rushmore? If they're trying to blow up Mount Rushmore, that's crazy. Like, are they for real just trying to blow it up like with a bomb? That's insane, yo. Where's the bomb? You haven't even been. You weren't even in the country 6 months. I guess so. No, so if you stay outside of the country, you still have to file taxes. Now, if you didn't make any money for that year, like if you made no money, then you don't have to file taxes. Um, South Dakota governor not allowing it, but you know how it goes through the 100 year. Mm. Besides SF, where would you like to go in Africa? Besides SF, where would I like to go in Africa? I really want to check out Tanzania. Tanzania is very high on the list. Madagascar. And Ghana. I really want to check out Ghana. I really want to check out Ghana. But Ghana is there's a lot of talk with Ghana. Like you hear about Ghana a lot, like especially in the black community. Like I want to say you hear about Ghana almost more than you hear about any other African country. Well, South Africa too. I It's insane how like South Africa has such a large influence like in the U.S. But I would say like in the hardcore like I heard a lot of people talking about Ghana a lot. Like go to Ghana, go to Ghana, go to Ghana, go to Ghana. I mean it's a lot of countries in Africa, but like it's only a few countries that you hear a lot of people talk about a lot, like Ghana and freaking South Africa, y'all. Yo, 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 another day, another adventure. There's a country where you can marry any woman, you just have to get your hands in and carry a shirt. I don't know, I'm cool on that. Have you gotten scammed in another country? I've gotten scammed in hella countries, yo. So when I was in freaking Romania, this chick tried to charge my card for like 200 and like it was like $250,000. And when she did it, like right when she did it, like I got a message from Chase, and they're like, "Hey, we just declined your card. We had a charge go through for $250,000." And I was like, definitely ain't got that much money. I mean, with that much money in this country, I could buy a whole block. Well, I could probably buy a whole neighborhood in some countries I'd be going to with $250K. What do you think about Trump supporting a second stimulus check? I mean, I think it's great. I mean, the second stimulus check is just going to China, just like the first stimulus check went to China. But yeah, I think it's a great. I think it's great that they're giving out another. He's giving out another stimulus check. I mean, people need it. I mean, let's not doubt this. People for real need it. I mean, they do. I mean, once again, I see plenty of places that are not open. And don't get me wrong, people are getting unemployment today, but for a couple more weeks, people won't be getting unemployment. And people need as much money as they can, you know. People need as much money as they can right now. Like, it's scary. So much uncertainty out there. People are afraid, you know. So yeah, I think they should give out some more money. Maybe it'll be 2,000. I sure hope it's 2,000. It's 2,000. I'm just gonna take all, like whatever it is. I'm just gonna freaking buy some gold with it. Just be like, nope, I ain't giving it to China. If you get a restaurant. Once I sold my Alienware computer to someone in Nigeria, obviously it was a scam. Never got the money. Oops. Are they a little or a lot? Are they racist a little or a lot in Africa? I don't know, dude. The situation in the continent is very difficult to explain. It's very difficult to explain, y'all. Like I said, it's a tough one. Like, okay, put it like this. Like, I can only talk about like the experiences that I was in, but like when I first went to Namibia, like I was on Tinder, and like I met this girl that was from Switzerland, and you know we're talking before I got to Namibia, and then once I arrived to Namibia, she like we met up and stuff. And hanging out, and she was white, right? And Namibia is like, it's basically like all black for the most part. Now, hanging out with her was completely different than like hanging out with someone who was black. And the difference was this: hanging out with her was like, oh, we're gonna get robbed. Oh, you know, let me drive in really fast and let me make sure the gate closes behind us. And like she was really paranoid about a lot of things, you know. But then I understand why she's paranoid about a lot of things. Like, a lot of things happen to people that look like her in this country, you know? So she's really paranoid about a lot of things. But then when I would hang out with, like black people, it was just like, yeah, they know that, like, danger happens and things go down. But, it's kind of like they were, they just weren't really tripping. They didn't have the same worries. And it was the same way in South Africa too, you know. Like, but then once again, like they don't. When you're black in Africa, you don't stick out. Like even me, like maybe I would stick out with red hair because I can't remember seeing many dudes with colored dreadlocks. Like a lot of people have dreadlocks in South Africa. Oh my gosh, like it seems like half of the population has dreadlocks. Like it's freaking amazing. Um, she was from Switzerland, so she was very she was pretty white. But I mean she was she lived there for like 5 years or so. But she was very familiar with the area. It's pretty dope to go live in Namibia for 5 years. I don't think I can live in Namibia for 5 years. I mean, I'm sorry if I got subscribers watching from Namibia, but I mean, I would love to post up there, but to live there for 5 years as a foreigner could be tough. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's cheap, but then only some things are cheap in Namibia. You know, there's a lot of things that if you want to get in Namibia, it's gonna cost you a lot more in Namibia than it would America or Switzerland. You know, so yeah, Namibia is cool, y'all. Namibia is dope. It's very, you know what Namibia reminds me of? It reminds me of like Arizona, New Mexico. It's very deserty. It's very like sandy, like that sand type color. It's a beautiful place. I remember seeing some insane skies at night, like insane skies. Like I remember like going out. Like, I saw the best skies at night, yo, in Namibia. Like the best skies. Like just going out, like the stars were so freaking bright. This is just freaking, it's freaking stunning. Like it was like touching. Like that's how dope it was. Are there a lot of successful black people there versus in America? Well, there's a lot of successful black people there. There's a ton of successful black people in Africa. Don't ever let the media tell you that that's not true. Don't ever let them tell you that, y'all. There are so many successful black people. But those black people are not, they're not shown on TV in America because they don't want those black people to be seen in America. Just like in America, they don't show Eastern Europe on TV because they don't want you to see Eastern Europe. They don't want you to see poor white people. Yeah, just like they don't want you to see successful, rich black people. You know, like it's the media. Elon Musk is from South. Yeah, he's from South Africa. I mean, a lot of people like hate Elon Musk because his background and all that. You know, like I mean, I don't. I mean, y'all know I'm an Elon Musk fan, but then at the same time, he's like, I mean, I mean, I'm not trying to take up for the guy, but like, I mean, well, he didn't ask to be born there, you know, like he was just born there, just like I didn't ask to be born in Memphis, Tennessee. Like, shit, why can't I be born in freaking, you know, some like in some royalty family where I can fly around on private jets all the time, you know, like, you know, and I had 50 versions, like, well, why couldn't I be born in that shit, you know, why do I have to work and be a YouTuber, you know, Elon is an alien. But then also, like, I don't necessarily know if I'm that much of an Elon Musk fan versus if I like the way that he sort of runs companies because I, I hear both sides greatly. I hear that he's the biggest fraudster like ever, and I hear from a lot of people that compare Enron to Tesla, like Tesla to Enron. You know, like I hear both of these arguments out. Um, I definitely hear both of them out. But I wouldn't compare Tesla to Enron. That's what my daddy tells me. Your daddy tells, oh yeah, he's from South Africa. Yeah, he is. Sam can be actually. Shout out Boogie Down. Your first video in Cape Town are the best. I don't know what video that was. I did so many dope videos in Cape Town, y'all. I think, man, one video that I loved the most was this video when I was like I was hanging out with this local dude and he took me around. Love the company but hate the greedy investors. Oh, you mean for Tesla, the greedy investors? Elon Musk or Kanye West for 2024. Well, I'm sorry, I guess that would be Kanye West because Elon, he can never run for president because he was not born in the U.S. Would you rather support a bridge over the Bering Strait or a international world highway? Okay, this right here is actually something very, very interesting to talk about. I mean, let's just go down this rabbit hole. Let's talk about this one. So I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but you know, like all the money that the U.S. spend on like wars, we could have literally built. We could have literally built like transit going all around the world, like literally the world. We could connect the world with roads. Like just the US, if they stop spending money on wars, okay, to connect the world with roads, like I forget how big this number was, but this number is just, it's fucking insane. Like it's so many trillions of dollars, but like it could be done. Okay, and it would take time. And I think they said the hardest part, okay, let's just start with we'll just start in, let's start in South Africa first, right? So you would go all the way up from South Africa to Morocco, right? Now, there would be a couple bridges that they would have to build from Morocco to South Africa, right? A couple bridges, but not anything too drastic until you get to Spain in Morocco. Like that little area is like, I think it's 13 miles long, right? The coast from Morocco to Spain. But what makes it very, very difficult to build a bridge there is the waters are so freaking deep, right? So they, of course, they could build a bridge there, but it would just cost so much money. It would cost like, I think it would cost like $3 trillion to build a bridge there. $3 trillion to build a bridge. That would equal like what, 600 Burj Khalifas or something like that. Like just an insane amount of money to build a bridge, right? And then from there, we can use existing roads to get all the way to like Russia, right? Now, once we get on the eastern tip of Russia, this is where it's gonna get really expensive again, because from like basically halfway through Russia, we would have to build roads. Now, what would make it very difficult to build roads halfway through Russia is it snows in that part of Russia, right? So since it snows, you can only build like half of the year, right? And then once you get all the way through Russia, we get to the largest challenge of them all. The largest challenge of them all, and that's the Bering Strait. I forget how many trillions of dollars it would cost to build that bridge, but it would be very expensive. Actually, that bridge to build is very feasible. Like it is. It would be very expensive, but like it's feasible. Like it could be done with a lot of money. The maintenance on that bridge would be the most expensive. It would be the most expensive maintenance on any bridge ever built in the history of the world. Like totally, it would cost so much to keep that bridge open. Like I mean, they would have to charge people like so much money to drive on it just to keep it like operational. It would be so much money, yo. And then once you build that bridge, you would have to connect the bridge to roads in Alaska, right? So you have to build all these roads, like 2,000 more miles of roads just through Alaska, right? You'd have to build highways all the way through, and then once you build highways, there's gas stations got to be along the way. It's just you have to build so much, right? Which all of this can be done, okay? Because remember, the U.S. has built bases all over the world, right? So this can be done. And then you just have one more challenge. You'd have the challenge from Panama connecting to Colombia or Panama. Panama connects to Colombia, right? Yeah, you have Panama connecting to Colombia. And that is like a 50-mile stretch of marshland, right? Like swampland. And once again, that area, we could easily build a bridge in that area. Um, but yeah, but then once again, why would we want to build a bridge to connect Alaska to Russia when we can easily fly on an airplane? You know, that's always one to think about. Why not just print more money? I mean, is that the idea that we're doing now? Is that just printing money like crazy? Like, I'm tired though. So good. You think the Silk Road's coming back? China's working on the Silk Road. What up, Lydia? We're over here talking about like building roads around the world. Like someone was talking about, do you think we should build a road around the world? And I'm like, yeah. Damn, how do you not know Elon Musk can't be president? Well, to be president, you have to be born in the U.S. You have to be a U.S. citizen. Like you have to be born like here, and he was born in South Africa, so he cannot be president unless we change our constitution. And believe me, he ain't gonna be president. But it doesn't matter. He don't have to be president. See, let me tell you something. He don't have to be president. And I think politicians, politicians, people that are like governors and mayors and stuff like that. I think these people are about to lose a lot of power because CEOs actually have way more power than they do. Like, and I think in the future we only gonna see that more and more. Like we're gonna see that more and more. Like, you think freaking Mark Zuckerberg has got way more power than London Breed? Y'all don't even know who London Breed is. Y'all don't even know who she is, right? She's a mayor, but a mayor of what? You don't even know who I'm talking about, but you know Mark Zuckerberg, right? So at the end of the day, dude, yeah, I don't even want to call it tech anymore. I have to call it big tech now, because when you got like $1 trillion companies, like, I mean, what is that? Like, big tech. Not you. Should have come. Alright, yo, I'll be right back. I am going to just step over here really fast. What do you think about iOS 14? I can't wait for it. Like, I think iOS 14 is legit, yo. Like, how you can make the things move around on the thing, like on the screen, like you can move the things around, like, that's so dope. And how you can be on the phone, you can be talking to someone and looking at them at the same time, and then you can be on Safari. I'm sold, yo. I'm sold. This is the best thing Apple ever made. And I know a lot of y'all gonna say, these features were available on Android 10 years ago. I know. Like, I know. But check this out. They're about to be available on Apple. So now, it's cool. It's cool now it's on Apple. But it's kind of crazy, like, as a Apple fanboy, you know how I look at it whenever I hear people say that, like, oh, Android came out with this before Apple, what I always tell people is, yeah, I know, but since Apple came out with it, it's cool. So basically, Android did come out with that, but like it wasn't cool when Android had it. But when Apple come out with it, it's like it's the thing. You ain't got this, man. You ain't nothing. Youngin. I didn't know you considered a millennial. Yeah, I'm totally a millennial. Oh my gosh, I'm super millennial. Have you ever had an Android phone? I've never had an Android phone. Only in America, though, Jermaine. I guess so. You're right about that. Only in America, dude. But I like the security for iPhones. Like I wouldn't rock an Android phone. Like not at all. Like I like the security of iPhones. I like the auto encryption and shit. I know a lot of people say it's fake, but like that's what you think. I like the fact that Apple has a closed operating system. Like I like the fact that Apple has a closed operating system. I like the fact that Apple makes it difficult for other developers to create software on their system. The reason why I like this is I like the security aspect. It's harder to hack, you know, apps and stuff like that when they have to go through Apple's like rigid, complex like security system, you know. So they're gonna people that write like people that want to like they would almost rather people that want to do like vicious stuff like that. They would almost rather go for Android versus Apple because way more people use Android's phone and Android phones. Let's think about that. Way more people use Android phones. In Android to make an app for an Android phone is much easier than making an app for an iPhone. Okay, once again, let me repeat this one more time. Making an app for an Android is much easier than making an app for an iPhone. This is why you see so many more apps on Android. You see so many more apps on Android because it's easier to make them. And also, more people use them. But that doesn't necessarily make it more secure. That actually makes it, like, basically what it is right? Imagine I got this sheet of paper, okay? Okay, Apple. There's two holes punched in this sheet of paper, right? But Android, it would be 20 holes punched in this sheet of paper. That's the comparison with the security with Android and Apple. Now, when I say this, I'm not saying that if you got an Android phone, you are going to get hacked. No, I did not say that. I did not say that. I've known like, I don't think I've known anyone who's got like straight up hacked on a phone, like Apple or Android. Okay, but I think that it's just more prone to happen on an Android versus an iOS device. And then also Android, they cater to more phones, a lot more phones. Think about that scenario too. That's why I don't really mess with anything outside of the Apple ecosystem. Do you still go to WeWorks? So I still go to WeWork, but like I haven't went there in like 2 months. I saw it on my statement this month, but like I haven't went in like months. I haven't canceled either. Maybe I'll cancel before the 30th of this month. I mean, there's a reason why I haven't canceled. I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to tell y'all why. But it's like it's a long story. Like it's a really long story, and it has nothing to do with WeWork. It literally has nothing to do with WeWork. Why I haven't canceled the membership, and also why I haven't been going there. It has to do with something completely different. But I don't want to talk about it. Yo, yo, yo. That's good, yo. Oh my gosh, like it's like, don't you hate when like your life is like so chill and then like you get a little bit of drama in your life and then you just think of ways to like combat like the drama, like and extinguish the drama, like So basically, like, there's somewhat some drama going on. I don't really want to. I don't even care. So what? There's like some drama going on. Like some drama going on in my building. um, what's the point of WeWork? I thought it was just a work environment. Yeah, it is a work environment. Did you see Delta has 500 employees with the virus? Oh my gosh, I thought that was fake actually. Tell us the drummer, Jermaine. You totally want to talk about it? Like, I kind of do, but like, I kind of don't because, like, I need to wait to talk about this too. I mean, it's not anybody fighting it. Well, not exactly. Not any fist fighting. Drama with the neighbor on the phone. So no. Okay, I'm done talking about this because I don't know if Henry is in my building, and I really don't want to like if Henry is in my building, and he if he knows about what that drama is on the phone, like it's gonna be all over this building, yo. And Jermaine is gonna have to like leave. Henry, do you live in my building? He must. He must. I think Henry lives on my floor, yo. Like, I'm literally gonna go knock on your door, yo. Are you the freaking guy that wears the glasses? Must be Macedonian drama. No, it's actually no Macedonian drama. Macedonia is like lockdown, yo. It's on lockdown. Oh, you're in DC. Hmm. I don't know. I just got really nervous when I saw that. No phone call yet from dude. No, he hasn't called yet. My stalker? He hasn't called yet. Look, I just pick up my phone and who do I see on her? Candace Owens booted from podcast for saying only women can give birth. Oh, it's Candace Owens, yo. She's so stupid. I don't even know you. She ain't part of the black community. I'll tell you that. Okay, so I see someone else just got someone else just got their $1,200 stimulus check. Uh oh. I'm looking in these Facebook groups right now. EU will decide if there's a UK and Brazil travel ban. EU countries is somewhere. Yeah, but you know what? I'm not really worried about the EU travel ban because, for the most part, like I'm cool with not going to the EU because I like going to the countries that are not in the EU right now, like the UK. Like we can still go to the UK, like we still straight as long as we can go to the UK. I'm like cool, because I don't know. Just after I kind of fell out with like France and like just kind of over Paris, like that kind of really changed my whole perspective on on the whole EU in general. You know, because mainly like I mean also like I'm not that big a fan of Spain. Okay, just really don't like Paris. Amsterdam, I like it, but it's so freaking expensive, yo. Like I want to say it's like Amsterdam's mad expensive. Like it's gotten stupid expensive over a couple of years. And yeah, I mean after and then Germany, I guess I kind of Germany's kind of one I'm kind of like damn, like I kind of want to go roll up to Germany, but then like man, I ain't got no plans to go to no Germany no time soon. Like if I go anywhere in Europe, it's gonna I want to go to the UK or I want to go to Eastern Europe, no Schengen countries, you know. So if they want to have a travel ban and we can't go to the EU, That's cool. I mean, I guess I have to go to the UK, yeah, or just fly over the EU and go to Eastern Europe. But then if they do have a travel ban on Americans, like it'll who for how long is the question? Will it be 2 months? Will it be 1 month? Will it be 6 years? Like, you know, can't find that article on Candace on it. I don't even think it was an article. I think it was just a troll. Like, look, someone just like it's not even an article. Like, someone just posted some stuff about her because y'all know people always be talking about her, especially in the black community. Like, oh my gosh, they be man, they be talking about her so bad. Like, they said the worst things about her. Uh, so sad. She's beautiful. I don't think she's beautiful, yo. No. Uh-uh. Mm. Her nose look like a freaking pig, dude. No, she ain't beautiful. I mean, okay, yeah. I mean, she's not ugly, but like, just mm, probably a 1 month ban. I think it'll probably be a 1 month ban for sure. Yeah, I think it'll be a 1 month ban. I mean, it won't be that much longer than 1 month. And then anyway, like, remember what Europeans say? Oh, Americans, they don't travel because they're stupid. Well, yeah, well, go. Guess what? We don't have to come there, you know. Well, they don't say it because they're stupid. Let me take that back. Wait, you know how like they always like to say like, "Oh, America has so much shooting and Norway doesn't." Well, that's because Norway has 5 million people and America has 350 million people. So of course there are going to be massive differences. Ain't nobody got time for Candace Owens. I do think she is very attractive, but her personality and reviews are far less so. I mean, of course, like I'd be a damn fool to sit here and say that she wasn't like, somewhat attractive. But then, I mean, to just hear her voice, um, you know, I don't want to make it seem like I don't like her voice, but like when I know what she is standing for, what she is saying, like it's almost like it makes chills go down my spine. You know what I mean? You don't want to travel. I feel you on that. You mean it on the east side? You mean it on the east side? It's funny. Good morning. Nice to see your face. Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I love showing his face. or do a home of weed. Go to music festivals in Europe. When Ken is the only voice I heard that sound. It like, yeah, she sounds like she's been making all the time. What stocks are you watching? What stocks am I watching right now? I guess I'm the main I would say the big two is Tesla and Beyond Meat. And the reason why it's Tesla and Beyond Meat because it's a lot of stocks out there. One reason why I'm still big on Tesla is I think that Tesla is one of them companies that you have a lot of people they're just gonna hold, okay? And if the price goes down, they're just gonna rush in and buy it. This is what I think is gonna happen with Tesla. Beyond Meat. Why I'm very bullish on Beyond Meat is I think that Beyond Meat is going to be. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be like a Tyson one day, like Tyson Foods. I think Beyond Meat is going to be Tyson status. It's going to take time. It's going to take time for them to grow, but I think they are going to be. Yeah, I think they're just going to be just as big as Tyson very very soon because I think that they're going to continue to innovate, and I think that they are going to. I think they're going to continue to innovate, and I think they are going to just continue to create more and more products, and they're going to create their products more and more efficient. And the more and more efficient that their products become, real meat will be phased out. Bottom line, like it will be phased out. And people that don't eat meat, you won't have an option. Like you won't have an option. You're gonna go to the grocery store. You'll buy plant-based meat for one price, or you'll buy real meat for another price. Um, this is where I think it's going, and this is why I'm very bullish on it. Now, this may not happen in every place, okay? This may not happen everywhere, okay? But I think that, I mean, if you look at how they slaughter animals in the slaughterhouse, it's very unsanitary. Now, that doesn't mean that they can't stop, okay? That doesn't mean that they I mean, think about it. They've been killing animals this way for years. So, I mean, is it just really bad today? Well, it's the same as it was back then, but now we have a new option. We have a new option that did not exist, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And people ask me what stocks am I watching. Yeah, Beyond is a very heavy one. But that's also in the food space, and I also think Beyond could, if we run into this second wave of coronavirus, I think that Beyond could be okay to ride out this wave. Now, other stocks that I'm watching, like Facebook. Facebook is one that, like, it's going to be a long-term play, but I think that Facebook is definitely on its way to, it is definitely going to continue to grow. And with more and more people using Facebook, it's definitely going to continue to grow. But then with Facebook, I also see that Facebook could see some massive dips if we go back through a downturn. Of course, Beyond would see some massive dips, and Tesla would see some massive dips. But I can see that maybe Tesla, I mean maybe Beyond. Well, I just see more volatility with Beyond versus Facebook. Jay, he girls that go to church. My dream job, either at Tesla or Impossible at Tesla. Impossible would be a good place to work. They haven't did a Impossible haven't did an IPO yet. Whenever Impossible IPO, like I don't care what it is, like I'm definitely getting on the IPO. Because you already saw what Beyond Meat did on its IPO. Like, oh my gosh, dude, people made out big time on Beyond's IPO. So whenever freaking, what is it? Whenever Impossible goes IPO, definitely got to jump on that one. Wish we had that second stimulus for investment stocks. That would be dope, right? I need to get this key off her. Like, there's a number on this key, and if you had this number, you can, like, possibly steal my bike. That sounds horrific, man. I used to clean slaughterhouses in my night shift and with yellow rain jackets and suits. I know, it sounds a little gross. Do a review of Do a week review of worst shops in SF. That'll be a good one. I love Beyond Meat. They are making me healthy. Less meat, less salt. Save the animals. You should do stock market talk. I do stock market talk. Any girl dates yet, Jay? No, technically I haven't went on any dates. No, I haven't went on any dates yet. But I did meet someone over the weekend, and like we kind of hung out for a couple days. Like I actually left the city for like 2 days. Like I didn't even tell y'all this yesterday, but I can tell y'all now. So like I actually like left the city for like straight up 2 days, and like went on like an adventure in this place in the Bay that like I've never really went to. It was a lot of fun. It was pretty chill. It was pretty chill. I think I'm gonna hang out with the same person this weekend or so. We'll see. Yeah, it's pretty cool though. Huh. Who wants to see Tesla factory every day? Injustice. Yo, he lives super close to the Tesla factory. He always show it. Well, but the Tesla factory is cooled off right now because everybody's back to work. Treasure Island, why didn't you record? Why didn't I record? I didn't want to record because we're just doing stuff that I didn't want to film, you know? Like it, and I don't know, it was, yeah, we're just kind of, I don't want to film everything, you know? Impossible Whopper, I still haven't bought an Impossible Whopper. Starbucks bought into Impossible Burger. A lot of these companies are trying to buy Impossible over Beyond. I have no clue. I think Beyond tastes gross. So a lot of companies are jumping into Impossible Burger. I think why they're jumping into Impossible Burger is because Impossible Burger is it's not public yet. I think that could be the reason why they're jumping into it. One problem with Beyond is Beyond. I don't think that they can handle. Like if McDonald's is not partnering with Beyond because Beyond can't handle it. They cannot handle McDonald's. Like they would have to build out their factories like a lot more. Like they would have to. McDonald's is a big client. That's a real big client. And then another thing about McDonald's, I don't even think McDonald's wants to partner with them because for McDonald's to partner with Beyond, they would have to do two things. They would have to do they would have to just cook the Beyond patties on the same grill with the other patties, or they would have to cook the patties on a different grill. And if they cook the patties on a different grill, that's gonna cost McDonald's more money. Impossible Whopper is not vegan. So yes, the Impossible Whopper is not vegan, and that's why haven't had an Impossible Whopper. However, you can get Impossible Whopper vegan. You have to tell them to put it in the microwave, which sounds really gross, but you have to tell them to put it in the microwave. Like, I don't like to put anything in the microwave. I mean, yeah. I really like their burgers. It has this smoky taste. I really can't explain. Are you talking about Beyond, or you must be talking about the Whopper burger? Yeah, that's what you're talking about, the Impossible Whopper with the smoky taste. Del Taco and vegan. Did I think some taco shops said they were gonna partner with Beyond? Ooh. Garden potato burgers have been fun all along. Oh yeah. Do San Francisco have a mandatory mask ordinance? So San Francisco had a mask ordinance before the whole state had one. The whole state just recently started this mask thing, but we had it before the state did. But yeah, now everywhere in California you should wear a mask. Don't forget Impossible Foods. Hope they start an IPO soon. Hope they don't get too far behind the health food craze of the future. My question is, where will it start? What will the freaking opening price be? What will the opening price be? Because Beyond opened at like what, $25, and it popped at like what, 69? Bro, that's insane. Yeah, most of the Bay Area had the mask requirement before. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something about Beyond Meat and Impossible Foods. This is what you cannot count. You cannot count this off with these companies. They don't have a lot of products today. They don't have a lot of products today. Do y'all remember Tesla? Do Do you remember Tesla like 4 years ago? They did not have as many products as they have today. All right. Do you remember Apple when they came out with the first iPhone, right? And then after they came out with the first iPhone, it took them a couple more years, and then they made the iPad, right? And then it took them a couple more years, and then now they make the iWatch, right? But then before the phone, they had the computer, right? So over time, they came out with more and more products, right? You know, and it's the same thing with Impossible Foods and Beyond Meat. If you think Impossible Foods is just gonna stop at burgers, no. Both of these companies right now, let me tell you something. Both of these companies right now they're working on vegan steaks. Like, they're both working on their own version of vegan steaks. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Beyond, I think is gonna win the vegan steak. And the reason why I think they're gonna do it, if you look at a lot of Beyond products, they don't put soy in their products. Impossible Burger, they have soy in their burgers. They have soy, yo. And this is why, whenever you hear people say that the Beyond Burger has soy in it, no, don't believe that. It's the Impossible Burger that has soy. They're very easy to get both mixed up. Like, they're very, very easy to get the two mixed up. Like, the Beyond Burger does not bleed in your mouth. Okay? It does not bleed in your mouth. The Impossible Burger bleeds in your mouth. That's the one that it's infused with coconut oil to give it the red fruit flavoring. Beyond doesn't do that. It kind of reminds me of school lunch burgers. Yeah, they all kind of remind me of school lunch burgers. Even the pizzas that we had the other night, they remind me of like a school pizza. I mean, school pizzas were not around like that, but school pizzas was square. You got good topics and engagement. I would like. Oh, that's what's up. Sammy from Christ, so flat. Don't you love how like we can like have conversations in the chat and like people don't exactly know I'm talking to you? They just think I'm talking to like somebody in the chat, but they just know it's not them, so they just don't pay any attention. But like, I mean, you know I'm talking directly to you. Who gonna make the best vegan hot dog, yo? The best vegan hot dog. If you want a vegan hot dog, I'm not really into vegan hot dogs, but there's some really good vegan hot dogs out there. I can't name one off the top of my head because, like I said, I don't do hot dogs. But if you want a sausage, Beyond sausages are really good, y'all. That's what you think, dude. Don't worry, it's okay. I always thought that was weird. Why do you want your fake meat to bleed if you're truly vegan? That just creeps me out. Okay, Dripped and Indigo. I'm gonna explain to you why they made that. They did not make the burger. The burger that bleeds, they didn't make that for vegans. They did not make that for vegans. They made that for people who eat. They made it for people who eat regular meat. That is the same reason. I believe that's the same reason why they make the Beyond Burger. Was they didn't make it for vegans. They wanted to make it for people who eat like burgers, and they wanted to mimic it. So the idea was it wasn't to give it to vegans. It was to give it to non-vegans. That's the whole idea. Yeah, it's like an introduction to fake meat. Yes, it is. Any plans in the near future, like skating in SF or traveling? Maybe I'll do a skate video tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a live skate video. Yeah, I'll do a live skate video tomorrow. Talking to you is great, especially if you are a natural antisocial person. I don't think I'm antisocial. You guys think I'm antisocial? Or maybe you're trying to say maybe you're antisocial. Enough of bones. Are there any good hot dogs? Well, there's a Beyond sausage, but I can't think of a good vegan hot dog. Smart dogs. I don't know if they're vegan. There might be. I don't know. Hey, how are you able to capitalize off of your TL videos during the looting? Yeah, I did. that video, I was able to capitalize in a lot of ways off of that video of looting in the Tenderloin, if you know what I'm saying. It's kind of funny because I was talking about this with someone earlier today, and I got a lot of things from that video. I got the video. I got some more subscribers. I made some money with the super chat. I also got some and yeah, that video was a really good video. Interesting. Yes. Got some coochie. Somebody said got some coochie. It's so funny. Did some shopping. Did you get those shoes? Did I get those shoes? I didn't get any shoes yet. I haven't bought any shoes. I haven't bought anything for now. Benefits from the video. Yeah, lots of benefits. Have you received your new bike yet? I got my old bike back. And the Red Power bike, the Red Power website, they're all sold out for like a couple more months, like 2 or 3 more months they're sold out. How do you feel about dating someone who isn't vegan or vegetarian and unwilling to be? I don't really. I mean, as long as they don't like make fun of me, you know, and as long as they don't like rub it in my face, like I don't really care, you know. I mean, I guess if somebody is eating like pork all the time, like that'd be a huge turn off. I guess if they're eating pork rinds, maybe that's not a big turn off. But like, and if somebody's eating like pork chops and just ground pork and just eating a whole bunch of pork and shit all the time, nah, I cannot be dealing with you. But you know, if somebody, I don't know, if somebody they're just not vegan, like I'm not gonna just not count them off because they're not vegan. Now, these aren't shorts, these are pants. These are dope. I'll tell you guys why I got these, but they're coming out in a video. So that's why I'm not gonna tell you until the video comes out. Guess Southern girls out there. Guess Southern girls are out of the question for you. Southern girls. I don't know if they're just really open-minded. My head looks like a helmet. Yeah, my hair is like, it's weird. I haven't taken it out of this bun and like, I haven't taken it down for a couple days, so it's been up here. I was gonna wash it, but I don't think I'm gonna wash it tonight because I don't want to blow dry it tonight. That's straight culture you're wearing. Props to you. I got a whole bunch of these junks, yo. I mean, I always rock culture, bro. Another Africa shirt. Me and my Africa shirts. Oh, I have these pants. You guys see these? These joints are super fresh. Them joints are real fire. Yes. Hippie pants. What was that? Dude, the fuck was that? Man, dude, it's like freaking a war zone out here, yo. Did y'all hear that? Like, damn. Hey, it's a good thing y'all live in the TL. I don't know what the fuck that was. Did y'all hear those people screaming though? Oh my gosh, dude. Sound like they're trying to cook with the propane. It sounds like they're trying to cook with the damn propane thing. Out in the tent community again. Oh my gosh, y'all are horrible. I don't think homeless people out there blowing up tents. My head is looking weird as shit now. I need to put it back somehow. I'm not gonna do anything to it. Fuck it. They lit Jerem's building on fire. Come on, burn this shit down so I can get some insurance money and leave. Come on, let me just get like 20,000 and go. Bye-bye. Propane makes me want to watch King of the Hill. Sounds like an alien ray gun. Sounds scary, yo. I thought it was a bomb myself. But it made a sound before it popped. It made like a shh. Because at first, you know, like kind of sounded. At first, it kind of sounded like a truck. Like, you know how you hear a truck and a truck when it stopped, the air brakes will make that pss, pss noise like real loud for a minute. That's what I thought it was. But then I heard and then boom, like I don't know. They ain't burnt Germ's hostel down. Yep, they ain't burnt my hostel down. How you know I live in a fucking hostel, yo? Never mind, nothing. I was so Citizen. Okay, those explosions happen so much here that they don't even show up on Citizen anymore. Like no, they don't show up. Like for real, like they don't show up anymore. Look at this. Well, I want to show y'all this, but like it shows me where I'm sitting on the map. So basically, here's the Citizen app. So like nothing. It says no alerts nearby. I got so scared. You guys scared? You must. Did you hear that? Did you hear that sound? Like not from my live stream, but did you hear that sound yourself? I have that app. It never reports anything near me. What part of the city you live in? So I get reports all the time in the TL all the time. I did not get a report talking about the protest earlier today. But I don't know, I probably did get a report but didn't pay any attention just because so many Yeah, I probably just didn't get it because I get so many notifications from the Citizen app because there's always something going on. Like it was like a standoff. Like no, it wasn't a standoff today. It was a standoff yesterday. They had like streets blocked off, the police out. We heard it on live stream. Sounded like someone was getting dragged by. Oh, I don't know what it's about. I live kind of near Target. Oh. Mm-hmm. So you live in Soma. I love that area down there. Oh my gosh, I love that area. It's just so like chill. I know Soma is super weird because there's not a lot of people in Soma. And when there's not a lot of people in Soma, it is just. I mean, it's just like there's just not a lot of people in Soma, and there's also not a lot of stores in Soma. Like it's not a lot of businesses in Soma. You know, like, it's very residential, or it's not, and it's not like office buildings. Like Soma's weird, but I like that area though. I like the East Cut all day. Mhm. Yeah, but about the homeless people, is anyone caring for them? So right now they are. The city's in the process of moving 70% of the tents out of the Tenderloin neighborhood. So you might wonder if they're moving 70% of the tents out of the Tenderloin neighborhood, where are the people going? Okay, this is a really good question, right? You're moving all these people out. Where are the people going? Well, I don't think all of them are going to hotels. I think very few of them are going to hotels. I think a lot of these people are just going to move to different parts of the city. So they're just going to continue to go in this direction. And you guys don't know what that direction is, but I think they're just going to continue to go south. They're going to continue to go to Mission. Well, before they get to the Mission District, but they're going to hit Potrero Hill, Dog Patch, Mission District. They're going to be all in that area. Yeah, I think that's where it's going to go down. Lots of people moving out. Okay, so I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to talk about the travel ban too. So with the people moving out, I think it's fake news. That's what I think is fake news. Mm. Why I say it's fake news is I don't know. Like once again, like I don't really know, but like I don't think it's as real as they say it is. I mean, cause put it like this, like I see people moving out, but then I also see a lot of people moving in, yo. Like I'm starting to see a lot of people moving in. Like I've been noticing this. Like I'm like next time you go into this building, look around. Like see. Like I see people over there. Like in the rental department. Like I see people over there talking. Like so like I just really like. It's one thing I just don't know. Like I think. I don't know. I just don't. I think things could be. Maybe people are moving out, but maybe people are moving in just as fast as they're moving out, which just sounding crazy though. Which sounds insane. Like it sounds insane. It also sounds like. I mean, I just don't get it. Like I don't get who would pay so much money to live in a box. You know, when you don't have to. When jobs are leaving. Like when jobs are leaving. When jobs are leaving, people are still coming here. Like there's something not adding up. The European Union stop Americans from going to Europe. That's cool with me. Silicon Valley girl move to SoCal. I follow Silicon Valley girl. She's like a freaking stock investor, yo. Like straight up, like she be like posting like her trades and like everything. I'd be like, dang girl. Where is she from? Is she from like Russia or something like that? I think she's from Russia. It's the brand name of SF. SF is definitely a brand name, yo. It's definitely a brand name. Like everybody, the saying is the city, like the city, like the city. Like I think that's so dope to say the city. Like I'm on my way to the city. Oh yeah, I just got back from the city. Hey bro, when you coming back to the city? Like I just love that so much. Like that's one thing I love about living in the city. It's just dope to say it, you know. City. Oh, I just got back from the city. On the way to the city. I'm so fucking tired of this city, yo. Man, if these folks come to the city and act a fool, you know, it's just like, yeah, I think she's from Russia. Where were you born, may I ask? So I was born in Memphis, Tennessee. Hey Jermaine, what some YouTube channels you watch? I'm all over the board with YouTube channels, yo. I would say, let me pull up my YouTube right now. So right now, I just got done watching Meet Kevin. Y'all know Meet Kevin? He talk about stimulus checks. Let's see, the Young Turks, financial education. Um, Gosh, right now, like the videos that are in my like top news feeds are so like news heavy. Like I'm just trying to get through. Alright, this is my girl right here, yo. Like I'm actually gonna watch her as soon as this live stream is over with. But Kim Iverson. I don't know if anybody ever follow her, but like, is this chick? Yo, can you guys believe that like I was following this chick for like I don't know for like a couple months, for like 2 or 3 months I was following her, and I didn't know she was Asian until she said in a video. She said that yeah, when my parents came to America, they had nail salons, and you know my cousins they had nail salons, and you know I was even thinking about getting a nail salon, and I was thinking, oh yeah, well damn, she's Asian. You know, I didn't even know, but she's dope. Oh, she's Asian and white. She makes some really good videos, bro. She mainly talks about what exactly does she talk about? Let me figure it out. She mainly talks about like controversial type issues. Yeah, she's Vietnamese. Yeah, Vietnamese. She mainly talks about like political views. She talks about a lot of COVID-19 stuff. She just came out with this video talking about is your air conditioner putting you at risk for COVID-19. That's the one that I definitely cannot wait to watch. She do like a lot of long live videos and stuff, and then she'll upload them like later. Let's go buy Vietnam property. That's dope. Let's do it. Did you hit up Westfield Mall today? I did. Majority of the stuff still closed. Hustler Kung Fu, yeah, Kim Everson, she's intelligent. She's not pure. Oh. Hustler Kung Fu. I follow him. I follow him too. I don't just watch him all the time, but like I follow him. African diaspora. I definitely follow the African diaspora. If that Vicky chick is ever on Africa diaspora, I cannot watch it, y'all. Her Instacart busy and stuff. Instacart, like all those apps, Instacart, Ship, all the grocery apps, they haven't been too popping this week. Mm-mm. They wasn't too popping last week either. And the reason why I think they're not too popping is because of it's summertime. So you got a lot of people leaving the city, and you also have a lot of people ordering offline. And then also some of those people might be moving. You know, some of those people that was ordering stuff online all the time, they might be like taking off. They're like, we can get our own food. We don't need to. I have rolled. I have a joint rolled down for you. That's dope. I need to come smoke that joint. Germ, love Africa, spit, come go. I don't know. Do I want to go live in Africa? That's a good question. I'm out going to bed. Bye bye, Indigo. Mm, your choice, the best place to live. Yes. I do Instacart. We're crazy busy some days. Are you in the city? Because I be checking them apps and I be like, but they go home and watch some porn. No, I'm joking. I do not say that shit. But I do be checking these apps and be like, I think I'm about to go skateboarding. You know, all pharmacies open there. They're pretty much all open. I mean, a bunch of pharmacies got looted. You know, Jermaine, skate the piers next. I can do that one. Maybe I can do the piers tomorrow. Thanks for the super chat, Marty. I'm gonna go walk over here with it. I am still here. I'm still talking to y'all guys. I am still talking to you people. Yes, you did. We heard it all. How is it San Francisco right now? It's kind of quiet right now. Are you excited to travel once things go back to normal? You know, I'm very excited once things go back to normal. Very excited. I think this time that I have spent back home has been a very, very good time. I can do things like experiment with other businesses. I can do things like take time and chill, not be in a rush. I can do things like make money and invest in the stock market. Like, there's benefits of staying home. You know, connecting with people back home, getting more popular in the city that I live in, that I love a lot. You know, just since I've been here, like, I noticed that, like, way more people, like, stop me on the street. Like, way more people tell me that they watch me on YouTube. Way more people, like, interact with me. And if I wasn't home, if I wasn't here in SF, I wouldn't have that experience. Like, I would just have a different experience. I mean, not that it would be bad, but, like, it would just be different. And I appreciate what I have right now, you know? I appreciate that I'm here, and I'm not... Yeah, I appreciate that. The way... Things are the way that they are. You say get out of the TL. I definitely will leave the TL. I'm not gonna stay here forever. The TL has its benefits, you know? But believe me, y'all know, like, Jermaine, I'm always cutting edge. I'm always looking for that next new thing. I'm always looking for that next new opportunity. And you don't think I'm, like, working on that right now? Like, you don't think I'm looking for that next Bay Area? You don't think I'm looking for that next boom? The next boom won't be as big as this Bay Area boom. I think the next boom is going to be really small. I think it's going to be really small, kind of like that big oil boom that we had a couple years ago. I think the next boom is going to be like that. It's going to be small. A lot of people are going to miss out on it. Because I think so many people missed out on the Bay Area boom. So it'll just be another boom. Look for the next boom. Look for the next boom. Be the first for the boom, right? and then you'll be good. Now, some people would say I was just hitting my bone off camera, but no, that's exactly not what it was. I used to do Uber and Lyft in San Francisco, made close to 300 a day there. You will not make that here right now. Mm-mm. I mean, maybe if it was Uber SUV or something. Did you hear that boom outside? It sounded like a meth lab in the Midwest. But that boom happens like all the time now. It's like we have meth labs going off all the time. Okay, guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this stream. Okay, I'm about to go watch Miss Iverson. But yeah, I'm gonna end this stream. I love all of y'all. You know, but anyway, I'm out. I love all of y'all. Have a good night. Be good, be safe, be square. Cool. Peace, peace. Love and chicken grease. Bye bye. Update how many COVID cases. I don't even follow the COVID cases and that stuff anymore. But yeah.